Now you might pray to God, y'all, but I like Lucifer best of all. Don't keep changing, waiting. Don't keep changing, waiting. Sunday school is a place for fools. It's hot in hell, but the devil's cool. Don't keep changing, waiting. Don't keep changing, waiting. So don't just sit there, join the club. Sell your soul to Beelzebub.
Hey, everybody, it's I, Count Jackula, your favorite satanic everything. And it's good to see you all on this wonderful October the 26th Halloween season. And things are looking a little spooky. Know what I mean? No? You know, like this? Like that. Stacy, you feel like total scum? Why do you feel like total scum? What happened? Oh, what am I doing for Halloween? Oh, handing out candy. Putting up the haunted house. Scaring children. You had an 87-year-old woman crying you couldn't fix it? Oh. Hard to fix people. Hard to fix people. What happened? What made her cry? Not the only one to curb your mood? Nah, apparently not, Ryle. I'm drinking on Scotch whiskey. I know, I'm drinking it for... Am I drinking it for the children? Oh my God. Oh boy. As always, working a lot on Babylon. Hoping when the time comes I can count on all your support. Got to figure out everything. I'm exhausted. My therapy program has been tiring to say the least. Oh. Let's see. The store lied to her, told her in-store payment would cover the first month of charges and set her pay date as far from Social Security today as possible. Wow. Wow. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry about your grandfather there, R. Damn. Yeah, that sucks, Stacy. I am so sorry. I feel sorry for her too. Like, why'd they do whatever. It's one of those like, man, why'd they do that? They help the customer buy shit. Come on. Yeah, where is it you work? I try really hard not to let that happen. Is pointing out they didn't set it on purpose. They just didn't bother to change it. Oh, God damn it. Well, that's shitty in a different way because, like, holy fuck, like, get with it, people. Cell phone carrier that likes pink. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. I'm just, man, I'd be pissed. It's like they got all these people, so why can't they handle this shit, right? Yeah, totally shitty in a different way. Especially when everyone knows when the checks come in. It's like, come on, work with people. You want to get that money, don't you? You want to get that money, you got to get that money. You know, like that's just bad business. Yeah, that's why I'm glad I at least got like Wi-Fi in my place. Because then, even if I can't use like the phone functions, I can use the other crap. Still surf the web with it if something goes wrong. And that reminds me, I gotta like get a new phone because I'm still on the iPhone 7. Yeah. So you can't change the date. That has to be changed by somebody else, right? Another road I'm gonna try finishing my novel for NaNoWriMo. Well, you good luck with that. Oh, you're gonna talk about if you should stay or not. It's going silent. Yeah. No problem. No problem. That's a whether or not you're gonna stay at your current job that's a big deal. That is a big deal. Hey, D man, what's up? Yeah, the Sadness is really good film, Chrome. Yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, like, yeah, it's the time of year things start to get a little fucky, you know. You know, my brother, he used to work at Bethesda, now works at Something Wicked Games. Yeah, he quit. Yeah, he quit Bethesda. Yeah. Oh man. Hey, Jay Tilton, what's up? How is Bangkok? How's it doing? Oriental City. The city don't know what the city is getting. Yeah, me and my brother are also working together again, which is kind of cool. You know, um, we're gonna try and see if we can make an alternate rule set to the Shadowrun and see what we can do with that. You know, so that's like our favorite setting. Although I'm not gonna lie, I worry about everything, man. I'm worried about how successful the game is gonna be, and I'm trying very hard not to worry too much about that. You know, because it's like I really want it to succeed, man. I really want Babylon to succeed, man. You know, but it's difficult. You know, it's very difficult. Um, Like, gotta get that, like, fucking manuscript finished, which, man, the last 5% is the hardest. Let me tell you. Manuscript is at 250 pages, and it's like, yikes. Fucking yikes, man. Like, the thing is turning into a beast. And, like, the biggest problem, um, is you're shooting in the dark, right? You know, you're shooting in the dark because this is like a really weird fucking idea. Like, it's really weird. You know, it's very weird. There is, you know, the possibility that it will just simply overlap with another game that's already in the marketplace, you know, i.e. World of Darkness. It is its own setting with its own themes and tone. You know, it is not a very broody game. You know, it is very hyperactive. It is very hyperactive and amped up. You know, in many ways, it's the World of Darkness on acid. Yeah, it's Monster High for adults. You know, for real. Deals with a whole bunch of shit that, like, you know, Monster High would never touch because it's kids' property. Man, you know, I don't want people to think that it's gonna be like, you know, this nice little cute game about high school. No, no, it's not about any of that stuff. It is R fucking rated. It is NC-17. I did take a look at that. Yeah, it's like the craft, but everyone's Nancy. Yeah, not entirely wrong. Not entirely wrong. You know, I have got to. I took a fucking look at that Werewolf 5th edition, and I was not super thrilled. I gotta be honest. Werewolf was never my favorite game to begin with. I mean, I tried running it several times and it never fucking happened. Hey, Eliza, what's up? You know, and it never happened. It just didn't. But there was one thing I liked about the redo Werewolf the Forsaken that I really liked is that really focused around the pack. And I thought that they could have really have used that in Werewolf 5th. You know, because that's kind of the cool thing about being a werewolf. You know, you run around with a pack and you all do shit together. Yeah, I didn't check out. I didn't check out Hunter Fifth. I have no idea on that. God, the PDF is $38. Oh my god. Yeah, I read it in a store. Oh, hey, it looks like I found something. Yeah, it really. I don't know how to put it, man. Like, there is this aspect of Werewolf Fifth that more than the others kind of. It feels a little too Caucasian. And sometimes it feels like we're not exactly like. We're not exactly like running with the metaphors. Like, for example, like they make a big thing about the Black Furies also having guys in it, and I'm like, no, man, that should be the all female werewolf pack. What are you talking about? The only men around are fuck toys. Dick on command. Put it in a box, break in case of emergency. Yeah, it's $38 for PDF. I'm like, what? Yeah, that seems a little weird. You know, the what the fuck are the Gale Stalkers? That's a new one. The Ghost Council. What the fuck is that? Oh, I guess those are the new dream speakers or whatever. The Uktena. And then they made the Glasswalkers like the tech guys, and I'm like, oh, come on. What about the Urban Jungle dude? The Heart Wardens. Oh, come on. I mean, Red Talons. I mean, that's good. Shadow Lords. That's old school. Cool. Silent Striders. All right. Silver Fangs. Weird. That's weird. Oh, God. Yeah, everything is an opposed roll too in the fifth edition, which is something I don't like. I actually prefer defense values. Like, this is the target number you have to hit, armor classes, things like that. Oh, hey, Python Katie, how you doing? Yeah, WAD is neat, but all the clandestine organizations, yeah, it gets really unwieldy at some point. Like, if I was to do, I would have just completely revamped the World of Darkness while keeping its what was essential. Like, Vampire, I thought was pretty good. There are a few changes I would have made. Like, for example, I wouldn't have, the Temple of Set would not have been the Ministry. I would have made them all the Serpents of the Light. You know, because I thought Serpents of the Light pretty cool, you know? And the reason you want to play, like, Temple of Set, you know, followers of Set, is because they're sexy. But you call them the Ministry, and it's like, eh. You should have called them something like the Serpentines or something. You tried to, Zevon says, tried to get a Vampire Masquerade going when I was in high school. Faculty shut it down. Oh, yeah, I'm familiar with that shit. It promotes Satan worship. Except it doesn't. My game does, though. My game does promote Satanism. Wait, you're already on their radar because you listen to the Eagles? The Eagles. The Eagles. Wow. Damn, what is it? What is it at your school? 1953? Damn. Did I see the Witcher tabletop RPG? Yeah, I've seen it. I didn't care for it, but I saw it. Yeah, the Eagles. Like if it was like Ghost, you would have at least have had a case. You still would have been wrong. But like, you would have had a case. If it had been Alice Cooper, you would have had a case. You know? Damn. Well, they have that Hotel California song. Yeah, because that's about the devil. Might as well fucking, like, ban the animals because of House of the Rising Sun. Damn. Hey, Radine. How you doing? Level 1 crook. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. In 5th grade, Python Katie says, I get 5th grade, I was bored at a slumber party, managed to convince all the girls it was a devil worshiper. I was a devil worshiper and had superpowers. Yeah, it's not a hard trick. It's not a hard trick to pull. I had everyone convinced that I could, like, fucking summon ghosts. You know. You know, so easy. Like, people really want to believe in that stuff. And in a way, I get it. You know, like, I get it. So, like, I spent a lot of my life, like, trying to figure out what the ethical route is with such things, if there is such. And also just trying to figure out, you know, like, the world that we don't seem to quite understand. I also got to think I was a vampire in 3rd grade. They're just really gullible. Yeah, kids are pretty gullible. Kids are pretty gullible. And he plans on releasing the Babylon. Yeah, there are fucking plans. Yeah, there are plans. There are serious plans to fucking publish that. You know, unfortunately, step 1 is finish the manuscript. So I've been going through the manuscript and making sure it's got everything that it needs, and currently it still doesn't, which is too bad. Like, I have to make sure I'm giving enough of the setting that it works, because I want people to be able to, like, live in this world. to feel like this world is lived in. And that's very, very difficult. We have a lot of monsters. There are a lot of monsters, so much so that we're probably going to have to start cutting them, because that section of the book is huge. And it's like those pages actually might be better spent on other things while keeping the most interesting creatures that are the lower level, more interesting creatures, and then putting more powerful ones in another book. Oh, Anomone, I remember that game. That I terrible game system. Terrible game system. Anomone really should have been about a band of angels and demons fighting the end of the world. Fighting the apocalypse, fighting Armageddon. Like each of your sides is like champing at the bit for Armageddon. And there are a bunch of you who are just like, no, we're not going to fucking like destroy everything. And that's like what separates you from the choirs of angels and demons. And you've decided you're going to band together and stop Armageddon. But you've got these like long-standing loyalties that you have to deal with, because, like you are a demon, you are an angel, and you gotta keep things moving, you gotta keep things okay. Also, the game system needed some serious fucking work. You were so powerful in every way but dying. Like you could die really easily, and that was a problem. Could they be saved for an extension or shorts? Yeah, they're going to be. Babylon's a game line that's intended to have a lot of supplements. It's intended to have a lot of supplements, as many supplements as we can fucking make. Because it is a kind of a kitchen sink horror setting. Like anything having to do with monsters and horror is supposed to like be part of it. Sort of like how Fallout is everything like post-apocalyptic. But we want to go into an adult world, and we want to go in an adult way with it. Because everything is supposed to be like inspired by like Grindhouse. So there's supposed to be a lot of sex, drugs, and violence. What are my plans for Halloween, Nolan? Oh, as I told everybody, we're going to be putting up the haunted house, handing out candy. Yeah, supplements, the DLC of TTRPGs, exactly. Yeah, you really like Call of Cthulhu? Yeah, Babylon is not a slow burn. Babylon is being thrown in the deep end. Because you like start as a vampire, you start as a werewolf, you start as a hellspawn. That's the starting point. Right now, I'm working on the high-end powers of the Night Stalker, which is essentially the rogue. Python Katie says, I actually just rewatched your Trick or Treat review. Oh, I love. Thank you, Python. I'm very proud of that one. That one I was super proud of. Trick or Treat. I really wish that they had done a sequel. Yeah, supplements are, I love supplements too. You know, I actually really like them. Yeah, I can't wait to play as a ghoul. Yeah, because the ghouls of Babylon are not like, I do the bidding of a vampire. They're like, no, they're like, flesh eaters. They are corpse like flesh eaters. I keep trying to fit in ghosts as player characters, but the more I tried to do that, the more it became obvious that we didn't have a way to make that work. Ghosts create a lot of issues. Not the least of which is like, well, they can go through walls, right? They're not physical creatures. You can't shoot them, right? You know. Is the game combat heavy? The way it works is that everyone is supposed to have like, most classes have role play powers and combat powers. Yeah, well, why not a ghost being tied to an item? Simple. Because then that item needs to be there. And it's really easy to knock that character out of the scene by having something happen to the item. The problem with a ghost character is that you have to, like, I've been in games where like people played like spirits and things, and holy shit. Just the amount of shit they can do right out of the gate because they're immaterial, it causes problems. It could be a really good character, but like it causes issues. It causes game issues. Well, because there are certain things that people know that a ghost does. One, it walks through walls. That right there is big. That right there is big. That they can walk through walls. Couldn't the ghosts jump from item to item or person to person? Well, yeah, but then they have to do that. The best part of playing ghost making pottery look sexy. Yeah. Yeah, it creates a lot of issues in the game mechanics because basically you have a character that can avoid most problems because they're already dead and you can't touch them. Like, even in a world of magic, that's an issue. Yeah, encounter design is a lot harder with a ghost because you either have this situation where I think ghosts are best used as NPCs and plot devices. Yeah, but if they're in some sort of confinement that limits their ghost abilities, then the player is limited. Unless I make a ghost something so different than it is in fiction, it's unrecognizable. Which would kind of defeat the purpose. Uh, yes. Oh. Oh, by the way, Gomez did come back. He's back. He's being in his kitty. Hey, aspiring devil. Yeah. That's the thing. Aspiring Devil, you're absolutely right. Most things that you can do to limit their powers just means that they can't play the game. And that's a problem. Yeah, there's kind of a reason why the Ghost role playing games, the White Wolf Ghost games, are the most broken and unpopular. Because there is this big, like, well, what do we fucking do? Like, that's the other thing. Like, ghosts are great for one shots. They're really great for, like, in limited capacity. But for ongoing play, they're a real problem. Yeah, the ghost in the dive suit was a great idea because that gave him a physical body. But I don't know if I want, like, everyone to have to do that. Would having some walls they can't walk through help? No. No, because that's the other problem with the ghost is they can do so much stuff without the rest of the team. The ghost kind of exists in a game in and of themselves. A living armor character would be fine. Like, that would work. But that's not a ghost, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And why is the ghost going on adventures? Does it need ghost money? Yeah, that's another thing. Like, what is it what is it that really drives them? Could you just create a person or class and keep them in check somehow? Not if they're a player character. If it's an NPC, oh yeah, sure. Tons of ways of doing that. But if it's a player character, now you got an issue. Yeah, non-corporeal ghosts could just leave the party and do shit. Yeah, that was the problem with astral projection in Shadowrun. Well, something like the headless haunt. Well, something like a Doulahan would be simpler. Because you can make the assumption with a Doulahan that it's physical most of the time. But can become if it can become ethereal for short periods of time, that's fine. But if it's that way in general, it's kind of a problem. Maybe limit their ghost abilities? Well, yeah, but that's a problem. People who want to play a ghost don't want to not play a ghost. You know what I mean? There are things that they're going to want to do. Yeah, ghost NPCs are great. Ghost NPCs are awesome, so that might actually be where they kind of sit. Yeah, it's like the Jedi and Decker problem. You have to bend so much of the narrative and encounters around them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's conundrum. Yeah, it's hard. What is a Doulahan? A Doulahan is a removable head. It's like the headless horseman. They are an Irish headless ghost. Yeah, but the problem is you can balance. Here's the thing: you can balance a ghost, but I haven't seen anyone balance a ghost and making it fun. All right, I am going to get. I'll be right back. I'm going to refill my drink. No, but I'm going to have some meat. Make it awful. Look at him. Cat is catting it up. Tales of Androgyny has an excellent Doulahan scene. Tales of Androgyny? What the hell's that? Player conceivers seem to be broken or so limited they can't do things. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. Pornhub is now locked down in my state. What? Wait. How could you can't lock down porn? That's against the First Amendment. How'd they fucking do that one? I don't get the appeal of lizard people gangbanging a princess in a sewer. See, you had me until sewer. Then I'm like, ew. That's the bit I'm like, ew. It's like lizards gangbanging a princess. Okay. You know, I could be into that. Yeah, but sewer, I think that's the step too far. You live in Virginia? Wait. Pornhub blocks users in Virginia ahead of new law. What? Oh, Pornhub did this. Wow. Requires pornography websites to verify the age of their users before allowing them to browse their sites. Lawmakers sponsored the bills like their children exposed to pornography. Oh no. Oh no, children might see naked people fucking. You can guess, Jack, it's a femboy erotic RP. Hmm. See, if it's a world of femboys and girls with huge tits, then you've got me. You got me. Got your hands on porn before? Yeah, I got my hands on porn before internet was a thing. Oh yeah. I know, right? Tits were everywhere in the 80s. And some of them are coming back. Ever read the novel or watched the movie Christine? Yeah. It's a good movie. It's a John Carpenter flick. We're worried about pornography. Oh. Speaking of supporting pornography, I am accepting all donations here and on Patreon, by the way. So go ahead and donate in that super chat. Would I buy a Plymouth Fury if I had the cash? Like, here's the thing about that. I would love to have that car, but the problem is that thing is a gas guzzler. I don't know if I could afford to drive that car around, but don't get me wrong, it's a cool looking car. Yeah, but the children, come on, man. If you want to keep kids away from pornography, you parent them. You make them have to fucking get around shit, like the old days. I've been looking at porn since I was like, what, 12 maybe? Something like that. It's not that hard. It's never been that hard. Yeah, porn's existed for thousands of years. And I understand if you're like, you're not allowed to have this, Billy. I get that, but making a law, come on. What's wrong with you? Oh, man. Excuse me. I breathed in and something fucking went down my throat. Oh. But I was going to say, yeah, that's what I did, Python Katie. I know that I expect people to be responsible. That's not fair. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, we're doing something about this. We're making a rule. You're making a rule that's affecting all the adults. You know, if Virginia fucking wanted to do something that protected children, they'd fucking arrest priests. You heard on DeFranco today that Gen Z wants there to be less sex and relationships in media nowadays. That's horseshit. That's gotta be horseshit. Because the answer is no. If you want to see something with less sex and less relationships, you can watch fucking cartoons and children's television. Meanwhile, the adults, the fucking adults want to be able to do shit. Young men are quietly struggling. I don't know about quietly, dude. No, I think Gen Z is just going to have to get real. The fucking is a thing that happens in the world. You know, plus I don't even know like how much of that actually applies to them, you know. You know what there's a lot of media in this world that I don't like. You know what I do? I don't watch it. Oh, but how do you avoid it? I do something else. I would exercise your imagination and do something the fuck else. Well, sex is in everything. Oh, is it? Or are you just fixated? You know, come on. Come on, get real. He has the ability to create that first bill for an I2. Oh, nice. They wanted asexual people for a man and woman to be on screen without fucking. There's plenty of that. There is fucking plenty of that. There is fucking plenty of that. You got a whole Disney Channel, kids. You know, you got a whole Star Wars. Nobody fucks in Star Wars. Yeah, oh, I'm not mad at you, Python Katie. I'm just like, there is tons of sexless media out there. For fuck's sake. Also, I don't know if like Okay, first of all, if you're a Christian, you say you're asexual, I am sus. Okay, I'm sus. If you're not Christian and you're asexual, I'm more likely to believe you. But thank you, Yushify. Let's all hear for Yushify. Woo woo. Yeah, no, they're just looking. They're not looking for cornhole. Yeah. They're just worried about like genital behavior. There's a lot of sex that ain't genital specific. Yeah, you should watch Predator. It's great. It's a great movie. There's no sex in Alien either, or Aliens. I mean, thematically there is, but not like literally. Aspiring Devil says I have moonshine to bottle. Remember femboys and dick girls. Actually, if you like femboys and dick girls, there is a guy doing a role playing game called I think Vice and Violence. It's done by this artist called Rapscallion, and that's like all he does. I'd bring it up on YouTube, but they would get mad. Yeah, actually, now that you mentioned it, Mousedon, yeah, The Predator is kind of a good like softcore gay porn movies, like all those guys flexing, with their muscles and like all oiled up and shit. No, I see it. And or had people starting to have sex. Oh, that's a good point. They did, but like they didn't go like through with it. Ripley and Hicks would have gotten together. I think so. I think Ripley and Hicks would eventually have gotten down. But the point is they don't in the movie. Yeah, the Alien series is very sexual, but only metaphorically, not literally. I think my first Hollywood crush was Sybil Danning. Oh yeah, a lot of action movies have gay subtext. Dude, that's what makes that thing work. Jay Tilton's like, if I want to see femboys and dick girls, I just walk outside. Fair. Advantage of living in Bangkok. I'm a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus. Like, oh, that movie's so good. That movie is so fun. Who wouldn't hit 1986 Michael Biehn? I don't know. Yeah, I think it was Sybil Danning, and then if you count her as Hollywood, it was Kit Natividad after that. That girl stayed in her prime well into her 40s. You saw Sigourney Weaver in Ghostbusters, like, I don't know what it is, but I want for Christmas. Yeah, exactly. They're all kinds of like, look, most of us are horny on Maine, okay? Most of us are horny on Maine. That's the reality. And if you're not, it's gonna, and if you're not, it's gonna take me a while to like understand you. Oh, Working Girl. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you saw Labyrinth with Dave Bowie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was an awakening for a lot of people. That's why you really can't remake Labyrinth. You could maybe do another Labyrinth story, but you can't remake that movie. Not without David Bowie. You really can't. The movie is so much about incorporates so much of David Bowie, including his music, that without him, you're already like missing the point. Yeah, but you could do another Labyrinth movie with somebody else, in a different scenario. But it would be like doing Howling 2 without the boobs in the orgy scene. Missing the point. Absolutely missing the point. Who could play the Goblin King? I don't know. I'm sure you could find somebody. I'm sure there's somebody. They just wouldn't be David Bowie, if you know what I mean. Harry Styles, I don't. I don't know. Like, Harry Styles can be androgynous, but I don't think he can be as Dom androgynous as David Bowie was in that movie. As David Bowie was just naturally. Yeah, they were going to cast Mick Jagger. I don't think that would have worked as well. Yeah, I think they could try, but I don't think they would succeed, If you wanted a completely different Goblin King, like if you did a completely different story, like I think you could do a good story in the Labyrinth universe, but I don't think you could remake Labyrinth itself. Yeah, like David Bowie had this like kind of easy confidence that Harry Styles just don't got. He just don't got it because Harry Styles ain't no rock star. Fucking David Bowie could do that because he was a rock star. Like Alice Cooper at one point could have done a very different but very good Goblin King. He would have been very different, but you still would have like kind of bought it. Ooh, cast a woman like maybe Tilda Swinton. I can see Tilda Swinton doing a great David Bowie impersonation. Turn back, Sarah. It's much too difficult. Then I think you should cast. I think you should cast Tilda Swinton as James Bond. So I don't know about Zoe Kravitz. Hmm. I mean, there's no doubt that she could do that like easy, like confident sexuality. Hmm. I don't know. David Bowie in that is like Hugh Jackman as Halloween is really hard to replace. He ruined it for every other actor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would agree with that, Evil Fat Jesus. I absolutely would agree with that. It's one of those things where it's like, how if Hugh Jackman don't play Wolverine in the Marvel Universe, who you gonna get? I mean, I'm sure there's somebody who could pull it off, but I don't know who that is. Wait, Zoe Saldana was in a movie called I Killed Giants? What is this? 5 years ago, from the producers of Harry Potter. Okay, someone actually fights giants in this thing, and I haven't seen it. Huh. Well. Oh, God, that's right. They did that remake of Rosemary's Baby in 2014. Yeah, well. I don't know, man. Like, that looked like that was pretty pointless. Oh, Jack Black is the Goblin King. Like, that would be super different, but I could totally see that movie being a lot of fun. Like, that'd be super different, but I would still see it. God, Michael Jackson is the fucking Goblin King. Yeah, that would not have aged well. You know, that would not have aged well. Ezra Miller never had that easy confidence. Like, his whole persona, even his acting persona, is like nervous. Like, he could have looked the part, but he couldn't have embodied it, you know? You know, what could you have, like, yeah, David Bowie is just so fucking impossible to replace. Yeah, he seemed pretty sure of himself in Perks of Being a Wallflower, but that's not the same as, like, it's not the same. How to put it? He doesn't. You don't believe someone would just spread for him. I mean, you know, the Goblin King is that guy from that Leonard Cohen poem. Like, there is a man. I've heard legends that there is a man who says words so beautifully that when he speaks, women give themselves to him. You know, like, that's the Goblin King. That's David Bowie as the Goblin King. You know. Yeah, I just don't see Ezra Miller as being able to really pull it off. Especially now that, like, no one wants to touch him with a 10-foot pole. Like, that guy needs to be a god, so no. The people playing off type makes me think of Michael Cera being coked up and smacking Rihanna's ass, and this is the end. That was a good one. Okay, here's the problem with Jared Leto. He's you wouldn't believe him. You wouldn't believe him in that role. Because I thought of Jared Leto too, and I was like, nah, that wouldn't work. He's just not cool enough. Yeah, Brian Lawson. Hell yeah, I'd say forget the baby. I just want a bone in your castle. Cue the credits. Yeah, no, that's how that character needs to feel. Like, you have to believe it. You have to buy it. And that's was kind of what they had with David Bowie, because you're like, yeah, no, I could see a girl like, well, you know? And that sort of person is hard to come by. A person who could do that. Like, the problem is the only other person who had that was Tim Curry. Like, Tim Curry would have made a great Goblin King, you know. But you would have an easier time finding someone to play Frankenfurter than you would finding someone to play to replace David Bowie. No, I don't think not Johnny Depp wouldn't work. No. There is this X factor. There is this factor of easy confidence and cool that David Bowie could project. Ooh, Keanu Reeves. Ooh, that's a thought. I don't think it would quite work, but I mean, it wouldn't completely not work. Um, he's not as pretty, but he's not as pretty, but the dude from fucking the Devils, spacing on his name right now. Oliver Reed. Oliver Reed had that. He wasn't as good looking as David Bowie, but he had that attitude. Because one of the things about the Goblin King is despite his androgyny, he's still very masculine. No, I don't think Carrie Elway's could have done it. Well, maybe. If he can do that, I haven't seen him do it. I mean, he's a good actor, so maybe he can pull it off, but like I haven't seen him do that kind of part. Oh yeah, David. Oh, dude, I guaranteed Hal was based on David Bowie. Yeah, he's the embodiment of her fears of adulthood and the temptations of sexuality. Yeah, 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 exactly. Exactly. I like the movie The Devils because it's a movie where none is ugly or under a D cup. Sebastian Stan. Ooh. 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 Yeah, he might be able to do it. He might be able to pull it off. Yeah, he can do smoldering masculinity. We've seen him do it. It just hasn't been taken to that sexual extreme. Yeah, he might be able to pull that off. Benedict Cumberbatch would be a very different Goblin King, but you would probably believe him. Tenet, I don't know about Tenet. I don't know about Tenet. Regé Page. Check it out. I'm not a big Bridgerton fan, so I haven't really seen him really do his stuff. I've only really seen him in Dungeons and Dragons. But now we've got some solid candidates. We've got some solid candidates. Danny DeVito is the Goblin King. Oh, that'd be so different, but I would so watch that movie. I would so watch that movie. There are actually two Danny DeVito films that like no one ever has seen, but they're my favorites. One is I think it's called The Ratings Game. Yeah, The Ratings Game. And the other one I believe is called um yeah, the other is called Wise Guys. Those are two like DeVito films that I really like. They're dumb as shit. Ruthless People is another great movie. Yeah, Danny DeVito. No, he wouldn't be a sexy Goblin King. He would just be a very interesting one. Oh yeah, Freddie Mercury were alive. He totally could have done the Goblin King. Yeah, totally. Yeah, no question. Tom Hiddleston. Hmm. Yeah, I think he could do it. I think Tom Hiddleston could do it. Yeah, yeah, that would work. That would work. Yeah, 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 exactly, Brian. Like Danny DeVito would not be a sexy Goblin King, but he could be a very fun one. Man, I don't know about Brendan Fraser these days. Like he ain't in the best of shape. Yeah, when he was younger and more fit, maybe. But then again, he always did goofball. Like he specialized in goofballs, so maybe not. Yeah, you kind of just want to hug Brendan Fraser. Yeah, I know what you mean, Python. I know what you mean. Dan Stevens is super underrated. I will agree with that, Noah. I will agree with that. I think Dan Stevens might be able to do it. I don't know for certain, but he can exude that like calm, easy dom masculinity because we saw him do it in the fucking guest. What if they got a drag queen to play the Goblin Queen? Ooh, oh, okay. See, now we're hitting another level. Now we're going to the next level. Now we're going to the next level here. I don't know about Adam Lambert. He could definitely do the singing. Oh yeah, I love Brendan Fraser as the voice of Robot Man. Like he's great. Yes. Yeah, Jay Tilton. That movie is called Greg the Bear. And it is it's odd. It is an odd movie. Greg the Bear is about Danny DeVito plays a horror host. He's also divorced. Or no, he's not divorced, he's a widower. And he has to take care of his two kids, and one of his kids gets kidnapped by like a neo-Nazi that lives next door. I remember that movie. Like that was weird because like I really felt that that should have been a thriller. But it's kind of like this weird cross between a thriller and a family film. Um Whereas I thought it would have been better as just a horror movie. Yeah, I thought Greg the Bear would have been better as just a horror movie. Because it's a horrifying situation. Yeah, Goblin King needs to be able to sing and dance. Yeah, definitely. Well, that's why, like, Jack Black would still work, even though it'd be very different. God. They rebooted Kitchen Nightmares. I am of two minds on this subject. Yeah, I know. I know. Like that's part of the problem, Brian, which is like how do you can't really redo Labyrinth. You can't really redo it. What the fuck? Oh, I just found something that was weird. Okay, that was odd. Yeah, who would you cast other than Tim Curry as Darkness and Legend? I don't know, man. I have no fucking clue who you would fucking cast for that. No idea whatsoever. I don't know. Yeah, Legend is a good movie. It's a very good movie. It's Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott is he's climbing to his heights. You know, he don't always do that. Sometimes it's like the fuck are you doing, man? Prometheus, great example. The fuck are you doing, dude? Wait, there's a woke war on Halloween? Oh, I doubt that. There's always been a war on Halloween. They've always like fucking done that stupid shit. Man, Philip DeFranco's still going? Damn. Fatal shootings in Maine. Shelter in place. Whatever. Oh, woke war on Halloween. That is not a woke war on Halloween. I'm looking at this and I'm like, no, this has got conservative fuckery written all over it. You know, like, well, I mean, like, it's bad for diversity. How? Well, people will just buy that because we just don't like the holiday. Nah. People getting candy and wearing sexy costumes. It's ruining the American way of life. My priest who raped my child said so. Nah, kiss my ass, you know. Halloween was Halloween before Halloween existed, okay? Be careful. Be careful. Yeah, you know it's bullshit when they say it's woke. That ain't, no. No, that ain't the fault of woke. That is the fault of conservative fuckery. That's what that is. Racial appropriation. Like, oh, come on. You wear blackface on Halloween, they're just going to bucket. Just take, there's a way of handling that. It's called beating a kid with a candy sack. You know? Trunk or treat. I agree, Stacy. Trunk or treat. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? In the daytime? Like, if you want to stand outside of your house with a trunk full of candy and giving out to kids who come up, fine. At night. Halloween did die out here in the South after 9/11. Oh, seriously? That's bullshit. That's bullfuck. That is bullfuck. That's bullshit. Eating the bullshit. And then bullfucking the bullshit that came out the other end that's made up of the bullshit that the bull ate. No more haunted houses. No more haunted. Trunk or treat is for toddlers. No, you're supposed to walk outside in the dark with your toddlers. How are they going to protect themselves from ghosts of vampires if you don't fucking do that? Huh? Fucking slasher killer comes out in the middle of the nowhere. You haven't even gone trick or treating. What survival skills you got? Yeah, moral guardians love to attack Halloween. They just love it. Can't get enough of it. Yeah, it also is destroying one of the societal rituals that enforce a community. Yes. Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing. It's the other problem. Yeah, no. Trick or treat shit. No, trick or treat, man. And sometimes I think we ought to bring the trick back. I'm offering you prayer. Oh, really? I'm offering you sugar in your gas tank. Or milk poured in the back seat of your car. Hey, Jack, Maynard here. Ooh, literally in the county where it took place. Oh, jeez. Oof. Man. Damn. 18 dead. Fuck. Manhunt is ongoing. Oh, boy. Whew. Hunt for the killer in Maine. Like, any idea? So, what did he do? Hold on. Manhunt for card. Mass shooting killed 18 people and injured 13 more. Unidentified man walked into the just-in-time bowling. Went to a bowling alley and started shooting people? Oh, my God. Card is a trained firearms instructor recently reported mental health issues, including hearing voices and threats to shoot up the National Guard base in Saco, Maine. Damn. Fuck. Good God. Well, we'll keep our eye on information as the story develops, but this has got the markings of someone who literally was just insane. You know, no real no political motivation, no nothing. He just was crazy. So about those red flag laws, I know, right? Damn. Yeah, Section 8, man. Gonna have Bold to get to bed? All right, Python, you fucking smoke out and chill out. Oh, yeah, you offer me prayer. I'll offer you fucking rock through your window. You know, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. No, candy, bitch. You shouldn't have candy. Well, then guess you on the fucking trick list. That's how that shit works. Egging and property damage. I'm going to go for supplies this weekend. And hang on. And one have suggestions. Hold on. I'm going to KC for supplies this weekend. Gotcha. They just started paying for mental health issues, and then this happens. Well, yeah, who knows where they're going with it? Who knows where they're going with it? My opinion is that my opinion on gun control at this point is like, well, if you're not going to do the easy thing, if you're not going to do the simple thing, I can't count on you for nothing. Oh, it's a mental health issue. You want to fund that? No? Okay. I kind of feel about gun violence in America the way I feel about like climate change. It's just going to happen. We could stop it, but we're not gonna. We're not gonna do anything about it. Not anytime soon. Will it be good enough when we get around to it? Maybe. We don't have to live. The human race doesn't have to survive. Dinosaurs didn't have to survive. They didn't. Everyone's worried about the next extinction event, and all I could say is, well, it's going to happen one way or the other. Just get used to it and hope that it ain't going to be your problem. But what about the people whose problem it's going to be? I got nothing. I think it would be a good idea to do something about all this shit. But apparently society disagrees with me, so whatever. What am I supposed to do at that point? I can keep on keeping on, but I'm not like optimistic about my chances. Yeah, in the words of George Carlin, some people are really fucking stupid. Also in the world of George Carlin, it doesn't really matter. They own you. They're going to get you. They'll get it all. And they still won't be happy. They'll still be miserable pieces of empty shit. So what was it all for? I don't have an answer for you. Oh, Elon Musk. I don't know. They might change if Elon Musk ate a bullet. I don't know if they would, but it might. I still can't believe Elon Musk has fanboys. I mean, like how stupid are you? The powers that be decide to do nothing about it, and they've dug it themselves in so deep. It's like, well, what are we supposed to do? That's the big question. Like, what are we supposed to do? And because I'll tell you the things that I do, which is I vote every single fucking time. Because that's the one time we have agreed that my voice counts for something, right? Who gets their world-changing tech ideas from Jules Verne novels? I don't know, man. I would... It bothers me that these guys don't want to wipe out world hunger, that they don't want to promote healthcare for people. You got all the resources. You could do it. There are people willing to do the job. But no. Nope, can't get it done because these assholes are standing in the way. And they have convinced just enough assholes that the people who want to do these things are bad for society. And I'm like, motherfucker, this is what society runs on. This is the shit society runs on, bitch. Rome didn't fall apart because they got all feminine. It fell apart because they were no longer fucking doing what needed to be done to shore up the foundation of the society they built. Elon Musk is not a self-made man. He is the child of slavers. Hey, I don't mind the electric car. I don't mind electric cars at all. But Elon Musk is still a fucking idiot. Man, we could be doing so much. We could be doing so much. So much. You know, but it would change who gets to be on the top. And the irony is, people on the top change all the time. Postponing the inevitable is why we're in this situation. Postponing the inevitable as opposed to meeting it head on. Yeah, and I'll tell you, I hate these quiverful people too. Like Elon Musk is one of them. Like, oh, you gotta have these children. I'm like, why? Why? Oh, so we could carry on the bloodline? No. I don't know that white people are going to be able to survive in the post-climate change world. White people might be at a severe disadvantage. Yeah, he was never the brains behind Tesla Motors. Yeah, never. You know, but we worship business people. We worship people who make money. Yeah, San Francisco's ending the robot cab bullshit. And I'm like, good. Fucking good. Are you kidding me? Yeah, because we just had one of them kill somebody. Yeah, we have children so they can go to school, work dead-end jobs for the rest of their lives. I know, right? What? Why would you do that? You know, the irony is we don't need to be working this hard. Yep. That's right, Zevon. They got to have soldiers and work drones and women to breed them. Yeah, that's what they're worried about. That's why all the control on women. Because of that one study, because of rat utopia. You know, they're like, oh my God, women will stop having babies. And it's like, yeah, because there are too many people. We need wars, you know, and I don't know. My feeling is this. Things change. I don't like it either. I don't like it either. You know, it's uncomfortable. But it becomes way more uncomfortable the less you deal with it. So what's it going to be? Are you going to defer that fucking cost? Or are you just going to pay it? I recommend just paying it. Like, that's where I'm at. Just pay that cost. The new Speaker of the House literally said every woman owes the country an able-bodied worker. Oh, fucking hell, man. Who is the new speaker? Who is the new House Speaker? Mike Johnson of Louisiana. Who the fuck is that? Oh, this guy looks like a winner. Mike Johnson tried to help overturn the 2020 election. Awesome. Oh, he's married to one of those blondes. They have a covenant marriage. Ooh. Oh. Oh, blondes, you look so great in photographs, but you just blend into the background in real life. Nothing wrong with being blonde, but can't have that be your identity, man. He has the least political experience of any speaker in 140 years, and he supports conversion camps. What the fuck is a covenant marriage? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it has to deal with like Christianity and shit. And this is also why I'm like, look, guys, if you're against like sex and problematic media, this is whose hands you're playing into. The Christian conversion therapy people. Playing right in their hands. Don't do that. Just learn to fucking deal with your shit. It's not actually that hard. Because it's one thing to make that decision for yourself, but you're trying to make the decision for everybody else. Fuck that. Fuck you. Answer's no. Answer is fucking no. It's where spouses agree to obtain premarital counseling and accept more limited grounds for later seeking divorce. What? Wow. Look, I'm a dude. Fuck that. I'll give you the lazy man's answer. Fuck that. That's too much work. I don't want to control my wife and everything she fucking does. Do you know how exhausting that would be? And for what? And for what? I've never had to do anything like that. Ever. I've never done anything like that. Ever. Whether or not someone was in a relationship with me, that's 50% me and 50% them. They don't want to do it anymore. I have to accept that it's over. Does it hurt? Fuck yeah, it hurts. You know, do you slide into depression and listen to nothing but The Cure for a month straight? Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Chop it off by putting Joy Division on a loop? Yep. Hell yeah, you do. Love will tear us apart. Hell yeah. But that's what's great about it. That's what's great about it. you know, like that emotional high, and then when you come out of it and you're like, that relationship was bullshit anyway. That is a great feeling. That is a great feeling when you know you mourn a relationship that you come out and you're like, that was bullshit. Fuck that. I'm glad I'm out of this shit. One of the best feelings in the world, you know. There was this song by Sam Kinison where he did a cover of Wild Thing that was just basically all about a breakup. It had the best line, which is, bitch, I want my fucking records back. I was like, yeah, that's the real pain. She stole my Megadeth collection. That's how I really miss my jacket and my Megadeth albums. Fuck everything else. Oh, oh, very fair. Yeah, nerds can't handle it when the girlfriend bounces. I actually get more pointed. I would say 90% of social problems is that straight guys can't handle when the girlfriend bounces. That's a lot of it. Actually, I'll say 45% of it. The other 45, another 45% is girls doing the same thing. I gotta tell you, they can't handle it either. They handle it no better than we do. Narcissists really can't handle it. Yeah, and that's the big thing. That's the big push. That's the thing that's really pushing all this bullshit. You know, no. Except that you've broken up. Like, sit with it a minute. See if you're like, well, actually, this really wasn't working out, You had to break up with two different guys you weren't even dating? Whoa. Oh, that is fucked. That is fucked. You got to go now. You're making a Gary's Mod animation. To what? I'm actually kind of curious. I'm interested. Let us know when you've finished it. I want to see it. Yeah, you've gotten over a breakup if like they come up to you and you're just like, no, get away from me. That's the ultimate gotten over a relationship. No, please just leave. You know. Hell, I've this is one that sucks. The one that sucks is when the relationship has to end, but you still like each other. Like that sucks, It works out for the best in the end, but it hurts. It hurts. My last partner ended my desire. She faked a suicide attempt on the phone with me. You can't let that keep you from trying again. Just don't answer calls anymore. Fuck that. Nah, you gotta get back on the horse. You gotta go back and try again. Like I've had people do that, and my response was just, call me if you're not dead in the morning. Because fuck that. You're not making me responsible for whether you live or die when I'm not even in the room. You're the one holding the knife. You're the one holding the knife. Fuck that. Yeah, I've had girls do terrible things to me during breakups. You know what I did? I kept going. I kept looking. Usually there'd be a period of one night stands, or skinships where things weren't very deep and they eventually just kind of drifted apart. That stuff happens. You want it to happen. You want to let yourself go through that. You're 40 and busy now. You don't have time or patience for it anymore. Well, you don't have to have patience for that. I mean, fuck that, But the world provides infinite opportunities for connection. Yeah, taking a break and focusing on yourself for a bit is okay. That's fine. But don't say never. Never say never. It sneaks up on you. You want to let love sneak up on you, Man, I need to start going to conventions again. I kind of miss those. The sex has never been that great. Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. Then again, I was one of those guys that was like, bad sex is walking papers. That's why I like to do it early on. Like some girls are dead fish, and I hate that because it's like, are you having a good time? I can't tell. Like, not everyone's going to ride your reverse cowgirl, but I mean, like, give me an indication that something's working. I've had that a couple of times. That was annoying. Because just sort of like, no. Don't just lie back there and take it, moan or something, Because if you're just lying back and taking it, I feel like I'm doing a bad job. And then I feel bad about myself, and that's no good. Yeah, are you a dead fuck? One of those teens to Crispin Glover and Friday the 13th part? Oh, I forget which one he was in. I think was it 2? Or it might have been 4. Yeah, it was 4, the final chapter. Spoilers, it wasn't the final chapter. They did many more after that. Yeah, that's the one with that was the first appearance of Tommy Jarvis. A.K.A. that's the one with Corey Feldman. Yeah, I know it's never the final chapter. Best Friday the 13th final girl? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Let me see. Let me think. I think I would go with Pam. Yeah, from Friday the 13th New Beginning. Cause she like fucking she runs dude over with a fucking like tractor, doesn't she? Oh no, that was no, I think it's Tommy who runs him over. It's Tommy that runs her over. Who am I thinking of? Who am I thinking of? Not Jason Goes to Hell. Not the final chapter. Not part 3. Where's part 2? Yeah, Ginny. Ginny, I think, was probably the best because, you know, she's the one who fucking tricks Jason into thinking his mom is talking to him and everything. Yeah, I got a soft spot in my heart for part 6. You know, he's the man behind the mask and he's out of control. Yeah, the final girl in part 2 is Ginny. You know, she's the one who like fucking actually attacks him with the fucking machete and fucking Jason didn't even have the hockey mask at that point. He still had just that bag over his head. You know, she's the one who finds the little altar to his mom and all that jazz. Oh man. Uh okay, I've had a great time like hanging out with you guys, but I think it's time for me to jet. I'd get myself some food and things like that. So I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. I want to thank Yishify again for the super chat donation. Um, I still don't hate Alice Cooper, but god damn it, it's like, dude, just shut up about trans things. If you don't understand it, don't fucking talk about it. Your opinion don't matter. Jesus Christ, Alice, come on. You're Alice fucking Cooper. You're Alice fucking Cooper, dude. Like, I am disappointed. I will not, I'm not gonna, I can't fucking, I'm not gonna front. I'm disappointed that Alice Cooper's like, oh, I think trans is weird and I don't like it. No, come on, dude. But yeah, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, all that shit. Until next time, Ave Satanas, Disco Inferno, and remember, Satan and I love you all very much. So until next time, hail Satan.